Hello, welcome to our first public speaking Google Hangout. My name is Jay Yoza, and I am one of the mentors for this course. Before I start, let me thank some people who made this possible. The first one is Amy Curtis from Coursera. She has worked really hard in getting this community all set up. The second is Dr. McGarity and the University of Washington staff for putting this course together. I think they've done an excellent job with the content. Third, I'd like to thank all the mentors who are helping me and you to improve your public speaking skills. And lastly, I want to thank all of you for joining this cohort program. And I think I'm pretty excited about working with you on this, and also I'm looking to help you improve your public speaking skills. Now, one of the things that we're trying to do is, up to this point, this course has primarily been people improving their skills by talking in front of a camera. Since we have the technology now, I think we can take it to the next level where you get a feel for what it's like speaking in front of other people, live on camera, using like a conferencing application like the Google Hangout. So this is going to create a different kind of pressure. You're not going to get a chance to record and do another take. This is one take. But I think if you do this a few times, speaking in front of people isn't going to be that much different. Of course, you're going to be able to see them much better and look at their body language and how they're reacting, which may be difficult in this particular format. But at least having people looking at you while you're speaking gives you that same level of interactivity that you don't get when you're speaking in front of camera. So what I want to do in this, I sent out the agenda, and it's pretty well laid out. I don't know how this is going to go, because the timing and all that, we don't know how that's going to work out. But the purpose of this is to really give you a chance to speak, to work on all kinds of speeches. And of course, the focus here is going to be on the introductory speech. And then later on, we will even move into impromptu in this call. And I already sent the question. So let me kind of walk you through the agenda here, what we plan to do, so that you're pretty clear. In the intro, you're basically going to do what you've already done, recorded on Coursera platform, which is give your name, where you're from, tell a little bit about yourself. Then why are you taking this course? And who is one of the speaker you look up to, person you look up to as a model of a good public speaker. So that's pretty standard. Didn't want to add anything new to that. So that you already done. Here you're going to get a chance to do it with all of us together. The other thing here is that after we go through all the speeches, I think evaluation is very important, but we're not going to have me or somebody else evaluate your speech. Instead, after you've spoken, you will have some time to reflect, and then you can come back on and tell us based on how you think you did. And then if anybody wants to comment on your speaking, they can use the chat. Okay? Because if they wanted to give you a detailed feedback, they can go on to the reviews on Coursera platform and do it there. But here, I think we should use the chat. And I want each of you to do a self-evaluation. And in self-evaluation, you really want to answer only 3 questions. One is, how did you do? You know, what did you do well? What could you have done better now that you had a chance to reflect? And what do you need to work on to improve? Okay. For this one, I don't think there are going to be a lot of things you're going to have to improve here, but talk about it. Like, how did you feel? You know, tell us about it, because part of it is you should talk about public speaking is difficult, and sometimes you want to, you know, you'll probably all have your adrenaline going, so you want to kind of get that out of your system, but make it like no more than 2 minutes. And then I added another thing here, which is impromptu. And the impromptu is, I'll make it optional. And if you're comfortable, you can do it. If not, that's fine. And the question that I'm posing here is this, and I'll read it. Though public speaking always ranks as the #1 must skill to have for success, so why do you think so many don't do anything about it to improve? It's a fair question, right? And think about that. You already had a chance to think about it. So then what I'd like you to do is just take the mic and let us know. Let us know and give 2 points. If you have one, then that's fine. If you have two, that would be preferred. You know, people are lazy, you know, people are busy, lazy, busy, stupid. I don't know. Come up with it. You're creative. You'll come up with the reasons. Or scared. I don't know. And then I think it's also important to kind of evaluate if you have more time, then I will throw in another impromptu question for which you have not prepared for, but it's nothing that's going to stump you. It will be something like, what do you think of doing these things over Google Hangout or something like that? So you are all doing it, so you should have an opinion on that, right? And then I think the thing that will be important to me is after it's done, kind of evaluate the Hangout. I mean, is this working for you? What do you think? What could we do better? Same thing. I need an evaluation too. Otherwise, I'll end up feeling like I'm perfect, and I know I'm not. So I think that'll work out. And I think that's about it. Besides that, then I'll close at the end, and then I'll hang around for a few more minutes at the end if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns. And most likely this particular one is not going to be recorded. I mean, this practice one is recorded, but when we do it tomorrow, it will not be recorded because I'm not sure if I can get this to work. All right, so that's about it. Again, thanks a lot for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow.